Yo. So it's been a lot of podcasts this year. A lot. We got a lot of content this year. In this video, I'm going to talk about my top 5. The top 5, that I listen to. Now, when I see the top 5 that I listen to, see, I'm sort of freestyling because I ain't write it down. My number 5 just switched. It had to switch. Matter of fact, the structure of it just shifted because I got, I'm heavily tuned into the boxing voice. I'm heavily tuned in. Every time they go live, I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching that. That has to come in at number 5. I have to give that number 5, but that's just a continuous number 5. The way they switched this year, the way so many people put up podcasts was crazy. And the changes in YouTube with the whole, they gonna start letting, and you seeing it, celebrities is coming through, they just, they getting millions of views, it's crazy, bro. But, my top 5, I go with Boxing Voice. Number 5, and only reason I could put that at number 5 and not higher is because it's been the same for, a couple of years that this has, just because they go daily, they on every fight, sometimes they give immediate reactions, they're very on top of their game as far as that goes. So that's why I'm on it. But I'm also on, Blue, because Blue go live a lot as far as the boxing shit. So it's almost neck and neck. But the Boxing Voice gives you a global experience because you start seeing how the UK is talking and all that. It's real interesting. So I got to give Boxing Voice as my number 5 podcast. It was going to be Drink Champs. But it wouldn't be fair. They would have to come in number 6 which is off this list. So 6 because I wasn't really tuned in. It's one of them podcasts that when they put up a good interview, I'm definitely tuned in. But that leads to number 4. And number 4, my number 4 podcast had to be this year. I had it all mapped out in my head, and I don't want to go off the script. I should have wrote it down, but that's the luxury I get here. This is almost like a live, except I gotta record because I can't go straight live because I might say something crazy. So that's why I gotta upload like this. I can't go live. Just can't do it. You know what I mean? In the current climate of YouTube and what you could say and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I gotta edit myself, and that's how I do it. But I don't edit this. But anyway, with the number 4, Joe Budden's is right here. This Joe Budden podcast is right here. But I think somebody else is here, and I don't want to, I don't want to skip them. But I'm going to go Joe Budden's. At number 4. Number 3. And Joe Budden, just because even last year, that's a constant you tune into because, he's talking about, popular culture and what's going on in it. And even more than the state of what's the other one he does? I like the Joe Budden podcast with Maul and Rory, you know what I mean? And the other dude, White Thought, whatever his name, I forgot what his name is. Dope podcast. Dope. I think I got them number 3. Because number 2, I'm skipping over 4 because I forgot. I totally just blew my mind. But number 2 on my podcast list, Pfeiffer. And one was like, it was like, yo. But you gotta give number one his presence on this list. But number two, and salute to Space Ghost. I don't know if how him and Flip relationship is, but he done very fucking well this year. Pardon the cursing of, you know, they don't like you to curse no more. They don't like you to use profane language or whatever. I guess. Because I've been getting green lit. Good news. I've been getting green lit as of recently because I'm trying not to. I don't want to no profanity, no, know what I mean? None of that. I'm not following no sensationalness. I'm going to carry out on YouTube with the rest of them. Let the celebs come through and get their numbers. They want to do it anyway. But number two, I got Pfeiffer. Great content this year. Like, I don't even know when expert opinion is. What has it been since a whole year? It ain't even been the whole year, I don't think. I think he came somewhere towards the middle, early beginning of the year with his podcast. If I'm not mistaken, it could have been the whole year too. But he's been knocking them shits out. Just knocking them like hit after hit. The joint will move. It's crazy. The J Black one was crazy. Just countless. Math has put up so much content this year. Number two. And deservedly so. You know, number one. Like, if you had to be under a rock to not, number one has to be Flip the Script. Gotta be the way, you know what I mean? It just turned you saw people mad, you saw other content creators a little tight, like, yo, I started this, It's just the way he captured it and in the moment of it. Applaud him, you know what I mean? A lot of people came through that. He made his set iconic this year. As far as we go. As far as the culture goes. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was matching Vlad with these interviews. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Nobody was matching Vlad with these interviews as far as who is he getting and how many people he's getting and at the rate he was getting it and putting it out, and then started releasing the fulls, and we getting all these street tales, and we just got immersed in it, and it was a dope year for Flip the Script. Salute to him, because he been at it for a second. So salute to him on a, and he was lit before, so you know he had a just crazy year this year. But look how many podcasts got created. That, and this is not even to say the ones, the sub tier, not the sub, they never under, but what I'm saying is the ones like who did great numbers this year too. And you know, they may not have podcasts, but they done interviews and things of that nature. But that's a whole nother, you know what I mean, blog. I just wanted to, you know what I mean, express my top 5, what I'm tuned into, and that's just, it's basically that. It's basically that. I'm sorry I forgot number 4. That's just crazy of me. That's just crazy. It was Drink Champs. That's number 5. And I had a number 4. But I replaced Drink Champs with Boxing Voice. And how do I forget number 4?